press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, today we are going to continue with the chapter Socialization, and we had stopped at 4 agencies that we learned. Today we are going to deal with the 2 more that are there, and then we will go to gender and the differentiations, gender differentiation and socialization that they do. So I hope you have related all the examples in the 4 agencies that we learned, that is family, peer group, religion and school. Today we are going to learn 2 important things that are also part of your life, that is mass media and neighborhood, and then let's move on. So mass media. Now you are exposed to TVs, newspapers, phone, okay, anything that you can visibly see. Radio, television, your movies, your magazines, your newspapers, all form a part of mass media. Okay, media. So mass is which is reaching to many. Now whatever is put on TV, whatever is telecasted on TV, now if you have the channel, everybody can see, isn't it? All those who have the channel can see it. And on your phone, everything is accessible. Anybody can access anything on the phone if you have an internet. On the radio, if you have a radio, whatever is being broadcasted on the radio, everybody can hear it. Now if the All India Radio is broadcasting some information, or they are narrating stories to you, or they are giving interviews, those who have a radio and those who tune into it, you can listen. Now that the radio is available on the phone, it's much easier. Magazines, most of us may not buy it at home, but when you go to a doctor's clinic, or when you go to a bookstore, or when you go to a area that is beautifully built, they do really keep magazines in their entrance or their reception, isn't it? So you have a glance and you can pass your time with it. So that's how you encounter magazines. Now you may come across magazines or newspapers. Newspapers may come to your house every day. Some may not. You may not get it. Newspapers are also available on phone, on the internet. So this is how the mass media involves. Now understand the mass media that's there: radio, your TV, okay, your movies, okay, movies or films, it's one and the same, but in different ways it's said. Your newspapers, magazines, all of them give us a lot of information, isn't it? They give us a lot of information, maybe related to current affairs, what's happening around us, or give you reviews on new movies that have come, or give you certain stories that are there to read. Have you seen, or I don't know if you have read it, but if you get a chance, just search on the internet fairy tale books, okay, or old Champak, Tinkle, okay, it may be available on internet, just check it. And they had a connection of stories. Now there are certain magazines which give you part 1 of the story in 1 week. If it's a weekly magazine, they give you once in a week magazine, 1 part today, okay. If it's Monday, take Monday. The next Monday, the second part of the story comes. If it's another coming Monday, then the third part. Similarly, if it's on Tuesday, so Tuesdays and Tuesdays and Tuesdays, then so on and so forth. All right. Newspapers, they give you a variety of information, isn't it? What's happening around you, they give you maybe some tips, or they tell you about new gadgets that have come in the store, new automobiles that have come in the store, okay. Anything of your interest is always present in the newspaper. Some like reading only news that is there. Some like reading letters that are presented there. Some like some beautiful quotes that are put, stories that are put, okay, real life experiences that are put. So variety of information is given in all these kinds of mass media that is available for you. Now from See, from the time we are born, we are exposed to TV, that is at home. If we had a radio, we are also exposed to radio. Newspapers may be coming home. We may be watching movies. We may have gone to the theatre, or we may have watched it at home. We may have seen magazine. So this has become a part of our life. It is nothing new when we come to it. But we are mostly influenced by the advertisements that come. Okay, influenced, right? Influenced. The advertisements that come on TV or on radio, a newspaper, on the magazines, or before the movie begins, you also have an advertisement that comes now. Alright, so you have an influence on these. Now they show the advertisement so attractive, so beautiful that you feel the need to buy it. And that's their goal, that's their motive, isn't it? That the customers, they should get customers. So everybody has their own goal of getting their customers and making profit. That's business. Now they find new ways to advertise many things that are there. When they do this, they add things according to the appeal that the audience want, or how can the audience catch those things. Now if it's clothes, they will brand it or they'll advertise it in some other way. If it's some material things that you need, they will advertise in some other way. If it's furniture you need, they will have their own ideas to do it. So majorly all our life we are influenced by advertisements. Now if there were no ads, we would have not known of the product much, isn't it? We would have gone to the store. If we have just seen here on the racks and there on the racks, we would have known it. Yes, we would have, but what would have happened if there were no advertisements there? We would have not clearly known, okay, that's the product that I really want, or that's the t-shirt that I really want, that's the top that I really want. So that's how we relate. Every product, as simple as a pen, has an advertisement, because that's how they market it. That's how they send it to the market and get their profit as well as their customers, isn't it? Now advertisements, radio and TV programs. Okay, there are a variety of TV programs that come. Every channel has a different program that it shows. Radio and TV programs. Okay, novels, if you have the habit of reading novels. Okay, huge story that is there. It's a big book that is there. Now if you want to start reading from small stories, and then when you can gain the capacity of reading more, you can get into reading novels. TV serials, okay, if those who are watching it, but they don't give you any kind of information. Okay, they're also called as daily soaps. Understand another word here, daily soaps. TV serials. Now they may be watching it in your house. I don't know if you are watching it, but there is no proper message out of it, because it's a presentation of entertainment, isn't it? It's a presentation of drama. It's a presentation of culture, that's a cultural aspect that is there. So it's up to you students how you have to take it. You're influenced by music that's around you. You can listen to variety of music in any language that is there. So it comes on the TV, you can hear it through radio or your phone. Posters that are put. Now when they advertise, they put their hoardings, they put their posters, so that you get it, and advertise on TV, radio, everywhere possible. Whichever media they get, they want to advertise, because their product should be known to all its consumers. Okay, and you're also influenced by important statements given by certain important or popular people you think. Whoever you think is popular, you're influenced by them. Okay, speeches or statements made by important people. Now it depends on you, isn't it? Some may take their religious leaders to be important, some may take political leaders to be important, some may take writers to be important. So variety of people who have their influence on the society. So whoever we consider important, we abide by whatever they say, we understand what they want to tell us, and then we implement it in our life. So what else does this media give you? Now media can give you good information as well as bad information. Now because of the easy access that we have to anything and everything that's possible, it's up to you or up to anybody to decide what is good for us and what is bad for us. Now see, if you go to the internet, you'll have various activities that are conducted. Okay, you can participate in that. Various quizzes that are there, then various competitions that are organized by many people. If you participate, then you are encouraging yourself as well as you are developing your talent. Now other things that are present is news that is given to us. Okay, news that is given, quiz that is conducted. Okay, informative classes are conducted on TV. If you go to the national channels that are there, they tell you about certain quiz, some talks that are there, some discussions that are there. Okay, interviews, talks, discussions. Okay, now if your favorite cricketer is playing and if he is interviewed, won't you be interested? Or if your favorite dancer, if your favorite actor, whoever you consider popular, isn't it? If they come on TV, are you not interested to see them? You are. And you will see their interviews, you will see what he likes, what he doesn't like. You try to follow, isn't it? Interviews, you try to follow the clothes that they wear, you try to follow the way he hits with his bat. So you try to follow in each way that you like about that person. Now that's not bad, it is in a way good. So there are programs. Okay. Now these programs give you an introduction to various other things. Maybe food channels are there, maybe history channels are there. So they give you information of many places, how our history was, what kind of food is present all over India. So different channels show you different things. You can explore. Now this animal planet that was there, it shows you how the wildlife is there, what kind of animals are present, how do they behave. So this is kind of information that you take in, isn't it? All this help you also to develop your personality that is there. Now programs can be for entertainment, for learning, that is academic, or for cultural aspects. Now you need entertainment also, isn't it? You cannot be studying all the time, you cannot be watching only classes on TV or anywhere, or only educational channels, or anything that is related only to history or whatever is happening, only news. No, all the time it's not possible. You will have to need entertainment also. So there is a variety of channels that is given, variety of discussions that happen. So this is the influence of mass media that you have. Moving on, let's go to neighborhood. Okay, now neighborhood is in your surrounding. You are a family, the next family is there, so everybody around you is a neighborhood. Now neighborhood is depending on, now if your locality is big, that is big, but if you are close, it is small in size. Depends on how many you take your neighbors to be. Usually if your house is over here, okay, you have another house over here and one over here, So people surrounding you become your neighborhood. Alright. So it's very small close. Then you have other houses who you also may be knowing. Now here people relate to each other like friends are. They have a community feeling that is there. Now this is found in both rural and urban areas. Rural as well as urban areas. Everybody has a neighbor, isn't it? Everybody has. Now people here live like a family by sharing their happiness, by sharing their sorrows, and people in the neighborhood engage in festivals, okay, marriage functions that are there, festivals. If you have any ceremonies at home, okay, marriages, rituals that are practiced, so you invite your neighbors and you share among them. Now neighbors help you in some ways, you help them in some ways. So this is neighborhood. This is very simple. All these agencies are very simple to understand because we can relate it in our everyday life. Moving on, let's understand gender and socialization that's there. Now gender and socialization, this is also a simple topic, students. We discriminate or we make a bias. We say that, oh, girls should behave in this way, boys should behave in this way. But why do we do that? Why do we not consider boys and girls to be equal? So genders, okay, gender and socialization. Alright. Now see, everybody has a different transformation. Everybody has a different way of getting into socialization. So our place of, now how your friend has learned certain behaviors, you may not have learned, you may have learned it in some other way. So every family has taught them in different way. Now as each family has their own rituals, own values, own traditions, own wishes, own desires, every family is unique in its own way. So every child that is growing in that family is also a different being. Now what's happening in family A cannot be happening in family B because they may be of different faiths, they may be of different beliefs, they may be doing different traditions, and that's how we are being transformed in a different way. Now see the example that's given here. Parents react in two different ways for genders, okay, male and female. Now if they have a male child and if they have a female child, the reaction of the parents, the upbringing of the parents is actually completely different because our society is such, okay, in the Indian society we are a patriarchal society. We feel that boys are superior and men have to take over the role, whereas the female or the girls will have to be submissive, will have to be inferior, but that's not right. That's not going to happen in the days that's going to come because girls and the females are taking a more important role than the men in equality to men. See, we should not be discriminating male and female, but we should consider both of them equal because each of their contribution is very important for any aspect of life. Now see the example that's given here. Reaction of parents when the boy comes home late and the girl comes home late. Obviously the reaction is different because that's how a tradition has come, that the girl has to come early, the boy can come late, nothing is going to happen to the boy. But nowadays we hear that news is that boys are also in trouble. So it is, see, we cannot be predicting only girls can be in trouble. But we have created a mindset that nobody can roam at night, especially the girls cannot go at night. That mindset is not going to go soon, but as the maybe years pass, that thing is going to go. Now we make a gender differentiation by even clothes, okay, blue and pink, blue for the boys, pink for the girls. Why can't the boys wear pink, or why can't the girls wear blue? So girls can wear both, but boys, why they can't wear pink? So this differentiation that is there. When they give you toys, girls are given dolls and other soft things that are there. Whether boys are given cars or something that has a motor in it, okay, something that is very experimental. Why can't the toys be shared? We can, isn't it? Now when the child is small, the child will not understand. Even if you give the boy the doll, or even if you give the girl the car, or if you give both the toys to the same child, if you give cars and dolls to the boy, if you give cars and dolls to the girl, they will obviously only play with it. But the parents make this differentiation, saying girls have to play only with dolls and Barbies and other things, but the boys can play with cars, and that's why they teach driving and all to the boys first. But the times are changing now. This is the reality of the old, but somewhere it's still present, somewhere it's still yet to be understood that roles should not be discriminated in such a way. And then have you heard this saying, boys don't cry? Why can't boys cry? Everybody has a tear gland in them, isn't it? Boys can cry. Now our society has made it such that boys have to keep up their emotions and boys have to be very strong, but that's not the situation. Why can't boys cry? Only girls can cry, and even if a boy cries, they say, why are you crying like a girl? So that's not right. So you'll have to take this out of your mind, students. That's not right. Even if the boy wants to cry, even if the girl doesn't cry, it doesn't mean that she is strong and he is weak. No. See, everybody has emotions in their own way. Crying is just a way of letting out your emotions. You're letting out your sadness, and it's over for some time. Now you're not going to cry the whole day. For that moment you'll cry, and then you will leave it. So don't discriminate this. Don't discriminate with color of clothes. Don't discriminate with toys. Don't discriminate with emotions. Everybody has emotions. We're not going to relate it in some way. We don't understand the relations of those things. And girls I heard a person saying, after all, why are you studying? You're going to sit at home after getting married. But see, we have that concept of, why do you study? Why do girls study? And what are you going to do? After all, you're going to the kitchen. Now that's not the situation. Everybody can multitask. You can work in the kitchen, you can work out, you can work anywhere else. Boys also can do that. Boys are also learning everything that is there. Now there's an example given in your text. Girls are taught cooking and boys are not. See, if you want to eat food, you have to learn it by all means. Now you think you're stuck in some place and you're all alone, you have to cook by yourself, isn't it? Nobody will come with you. So if you are hungry and if you want to eat, you will have to learn everything. Now everybody, equal status that has to be given in terms, maybe learning driving, maybe learning cooking, or maybe going out and working. There are some families that don't let their women work. Why do they don't let their women work? Maybe they're insecure that the women cannot be capable of doing it. But some women are extremely good and some girls are extremely good that they can do wonders if they go there. But the people there don't understand them, don't encourage them. In the same way for boys, if boys want to take up something, some courses like nursing, or which is usually preferred by the girls, they shame the boys, saying, oh, you're doing nursing, or you're doing that, which is preferred by. Now even teaching earlier was male teachers were there, yet a female was considered very compassionate teacher. But men are also too good with teaching, isn't it? So teaching is a skill. Even if it goes to nursing, the service that he gives is a service after all. So whatever he is interested in, now they can go to. Now there is a course called as Hospitality Management, and I'm not getting that course, but okay, it's something related to food. Okay, now men go there more, but women have to cook in the house. Why is that difference? That in the big hotels men can cook, but in the house only women have to cook. So understand the difference. Now everybody has understood it, everybody is taking on their roles, but yet there are some families which still believe that these are the roles that only boys can do and these are the roles only girls can do. But I want you to take out that thinking from your mind, students, and you must be very open to anything that's happening around you. You may be having your sisters, you may be having your brothers at home. Support them in whatever they want to do. But see, you must understand the happenings that are there around. If you are interested really in something, you will do your best. But if you are not interested and if you are forced into something, you will not do your best because you lack interest. Now, if you are interested in photography, you will find ways, isn't it, of clicking pictures, of understanding, of editing your pictures. You will know it. You will take your own interest to do it. But if you are forced into something that you don't want to learn, and something that you don't want to study, and then you will suffer on your own because you lack that interest. So this is how we discriminate. But it's beautifully explained in your text here. See, in the modern complex society, the status of women is prominently changing. Yes, it is changing, but acceptance of that change is very less. And as times change, it will change, and there will be higher acceptance, there will be understanding, there will be sharing of roles, and the government has also made facilities of reservation for women in certain sectors that they provide jobs, and they will have to have gender balance. So all this are there. Okay, there are policies that have come. Now see, this is a very general thing. You can make your own points and write. So women are taking into jobs that are there. They're joining the army, the air force. All right. So everybody has their different fields of study, whichever they are interested in, they take it. Now the government also has taken certain measures so that they do for the welfare of women. They have teaching them skill-based work. They're teaching them. They're giving them education, free education, and they're giving them importance. They're giving them scholarships so that they study more. They don't waste their years, they don't drop out. So all these measures are taken by the government. The private sectors also help the girl students, maybe rural girls who cannot afford to study. They pay them, they give them their uniforms, books, and they take care of them. There are some people who are very generous. They sponsor certain students, both boys and girls. I'm telling you, both boys and girls, they sponsor certain students who find it very difficult, or who are of poor background. So all these changes are happening, but these difference of roles that I told you, the discrimination that I told you, is still there. Okay, it's still present. But as the mindsets of people are going to change, see, as you are growing, students, you are in grade 9. You're going to go further, and as you're going to grow and take on these young roles that are there, you will have to change your mindset. Don't take the mindset of whatever the society that was in the past, because you have to live in the future. You will not be going to the past. You are doing in the present here, you're staying in the present, you're understanding the present, and you will have to take on the role in the future, but you're not going back to the past. So understand and think of ways where you can support both these roles. If you have males at home, or if you have females at home, if you have friends of these roles, so try supporting them, try understanding. Okay, maybe you're too small, or if after you finish your schooling, so and after you get your work, so you can understand and implement these things wherever you are. So this is what has to be told in this lesson, students. So you can now everybody has, see, now there is gender equality that has to be promoted, and not gender discrimination. So we'll have to cut down on gender discrimination, and we'll have to give equal rights to both male and female. Not females alone, not male alone, but both females and male have to be looked on at the same bar, in the same line, and both have to be acceptable to any roles that they want to take on. Ultimately, it is your talent, it's your skill, it's your energy that you want to spend on those skills that you want to do, or the work that you want to do. So you have to keep in mind, students, no gender discrimination, but always gender equality wherever you are. Okay, so that's the lesson, students, socialization. You read it, it's a very simple lesson. Read it once, you will understand it better. Underline the important aspects that are there. Thank you very much, students, for listening.